Hello, well done. By now you should have 2 pieces of wood and nice and smooth. Very good. Well done. Okay, let's go to task 2 now. What we are going to do in this task 2, we are going to carry on our cross halving joint, and by the end of the task we're supposed to have marked out 2 pieces of timber on both sides. The cross halving joint is a quite simple joint to mark out and cut. As you can see, there are 2 pieces of wood that cross over each other. If you look closely, you can easily see that a part of each piece of wood has been cut away, both of them, and they make them match flush on both sides, so that they both fit together and when they are finally glued together. This is about precision and accuracy, because we want to make a nice, good quality product. Let's start. First I'm going to show you what we are going to do. It's 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters. And we are going to find the halfway of this piece of wood, and 20 divided by 2 is 10 millimeters. We are going to mark this point out, transfer the measurements to the sides using the tri-square, and we are going to make along the piece of wood this line here using the marking gauge. And good practice, we show in a hatching line the part that we are going to cut away. I have my piece of wood there. I measure it minus 15, 7.5, halfway. And the next step is to get the width of the piece of wood divided by 2 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. Then I'm going to mark this 10 and mark this 10, altogether 20. How we are going to do, I can just put my 10 there, for example, to be more practical, and 10 millimeters is here, and 10 millimeters is there. And I placed my ruler in any number of the ruler, and just got the next 10 millimeters and the previous 10 millimeters. Altogether makes 20. The next step is I'm going to transfer these measurements. I'm going to get this line, this is my cutting line, and this line, and I transfer to halfway of the side of the timber. This is 10 millimeters as well. All right, let's transfer. You get the tri-square. You will place the piece of wood along the stock of the tri-square. Just you need to have a feeling of it. You can put this on the vise or do on the table. I'm doing here in front of the camera. I find my mark, 10 millimeters there, my points, and make a line. This is the middle line. The next one is another 10. Now I'm going to transfer to the side. I have to transfer to both sides. My 10 is there. Slide down. It's 90, make sure it's 90 degrees. Turn around. My line is there. Go to the side here. Find, double check. No, move a bit. And do your line. Slide down. And make my second line. Can you see I have the line all along? Now, to make it this line here, I'm going to use the marking gauge. Can you see? We have this stock, we have a nail there that is going to score this line across the 2 other cutting lines. The marking gauge, you have the thumb screw. You release the thumb screw. You place the 0 of the ruler against the stock until you find your mark. Do you remember? Halfway of the side is 20, half is 10. I find my 10 millimeters there and turn up like this is easier, and tighten the thumb screw. Double check it's not correct, just release a bit, slide down until can you see I turn this way until I find the 10. Good. Now I had my piece of wood there and I need to make this line across. All right, make sure this is the stock. It slides like the tri-square, it slides along, but this time I have a nail there that when I'm sure that is going smoothly, I just apply a bit of pressure and make a score line across the two lines. Can you see? The line is there. Sorry, actually, you can just go along the groove, see the line. Turn around, do the same. Make sure it's sliding freely and the line is there. Okay. And you make a mark there that you know that is where you're going to cut away, okay? We're supposed to have two pieces of wood like this. I'm going to do the other one as well, but using the vise, because if you have difficulties in doing like this, straight like this, you can put the piece of wood on the vise. Let me get halfway of this one. It's 15, 7.5. We have to cross the bars, 10 each side. I place, let me do like this, then my mark. Coincidentally, I'm put on 10. Then 10 millimeters there, 10 millimeters there. Slide up and down to make sure it's 90 degrees. Transfer to the side. And this side and this side here. If you have difficulties in doing like this, you can place your piece of timber there and find the line there. Can you see? Can you slide there? There and find the mark there. Okay, you turn around to be able to see. I need to put my glasses on, and the other side. Can you see? You can do here on in the vise. This one as well. I just lift a bit up because I need to fit my marking gauge. Can you see? I have the two lines going around. I need this line now. I'm going to do using the vise, using the marking gauge. Okay. Yes, is sliding freely. One side, and I come to the other side, and I scored my line. You see they are there. One is here, and the other is here. Oops. Let's do a bit. Yes. Hatch it out. Mark where you're going to cut. Okay. Remember, you had two pieces of timber. You are going to mark, find the middle point, divide 20 by 2, 10 and 10. Transfer with the tri-square to the side. Transfer with the tri-square to the side. Come to the other side. Transfer to the side. Transfer to the side. Remember, you can use the vise to do these measurements, okay? And then you can leave in the vise and use the marking device to hold your piece of wood and do the marking out. Now is your turn.